start in an underhand butterfly. You take your left hand and bring it back behind your butt with your palm back, and then you switch both hands at the same time. That is an underhand opposite hip reel. Okay, so the hip reel is just like the pinwheel, but just down low at the hip. And this is the one that's leveraging that dumbass drill that nobody likes. That's this thing and this thing. So if you bring one of them from the, yes, and now just switch them both. Bring one to the front, bring the one to the front that's in the back, and then bring the one that's in the front to the back. You just switch the sides, switch the side. As you might have gathered, for pretty much every move, there's 4 directions of the move, right? So even though we didn't do 4 directions of weave, we only did overhand and underhand, I could do it in opposite direction, although it's, I think, much harder. So that's one of the opposite directions, and that's the other opposite direction. But we did do it with pinwheel, where we did same direction one way, same direction the other way, and then we did opposite direction inward and opposite direction outward, right? So with the hip reel, it's the same thing. There's opposite direction coming from underhand butterfly like this. So if you do this from underhand, and then when you're coming to the front, right now you're doing a pretty big sweep with your hand, you're coming up high. Keep your hand below, yes, exactly. Do you feel the difference? Soften your elbow and let your elbow, so if you watch my elbow, you'll notice I'm sort of using a little bounce in the elbow to help the poi go from the back to the front. And if you look at it from the side view, you might be able to see it better. I mean, you might not see it at all, but. And now let's try it with your right hand to remind yourself what your right hand does. So same thing, same bounce, same soft elbow, and same, the hand is low the whole time. From here, if you keep your right one behind you, and you put your left one in front of you, or if you start from an underhand butterfly and bring one of them behind you, it doesn't matter which one really, and then you switch them both at the same time, that's a same time underhand opposite hip reel. But you could do it in split time as well. The timing is less relevant than the actual movement of front to back. So switch the hands. Trust your body, trust your body. One way to think about it is, remember when we were doing the chasing the sun, I said, imagine you're whooshing your skirt back like that. In this case, imagine you're whooshing your skirt in toward your midline, in toward your midline, in toward your midline, and one's in front, one's in back. Let's try its opposite. The opposite of the underhand opposite is the overhand opposite. So if you started from an overhand butterfly, and then I would say for this one, it's like you're whooshing the skirt outward, whooshing the skirt outward. I think this one is the hardest of the 4. For most, like historically, observing people over the years, this is the one that people have the hardest time learning. When you try and practice it on your own, it's the same deal. One is behind you, then you switch them both. Then you switch them both. But what might work better for you, because the thing that had you get the underhand opposite version was thinking about your hands go like this, zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, well, so with overhand opposite, it's the same basic thing, except you're pushing outward, 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 outward. So you're switching side of the body as you push outward. So as you try it on your own later, you can try this gesture, which I don't think is as intuitive, because with the underhand opposite one, you're coming in toward your midline and up. So you're literally coming toward your solar plexus in the center, whereas with the overhand opposite, you're moving down and away, down and away, down and away, down and away, down and away. The 2 same direction versions, if you think about the chasing the sun, half of the chasing the sun is the low part, and the other half is the high part. If you ignore the high part, and you start here with both of them on your right, and you do the sweep back, and then your underhand here, instead of coming up and over, bring it back, but just keep your hands low. Right, so this is from the front, where you just bring it back low. Sweep back, bring it back low. Sweep back, bring it back low. So when I say bring it back low, turn to your right, switch the sides of the body, and come back to overhand on the other side. You just keep your hand lower, doing the waist-high transition. All you do is. And then what'll happen is, as you start getting more comfortable with it, instead of doing it where you do the 180 turn, like this, you stand to the front, and you move from this T stance into this V stance, right? So I'm standing here in this V, and I can go front to back, and I can go in split time like this, or I can go in together time, or I can go in same time. What you want to do is immediately go one side to the other side, to the one side, to the other side, to the one side, to the other side. So what might be helpful is instead of facing this way, put the hands here and then shift your weight to this side, shift it back to this side, shift it to this side, shift it back. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And you're trying to do one and one. And all of these patterns, just like the pinwheel. So with the pinwheel, what you're doing is front to back, front to back. With the hip reel, you're doing front to back, front to back. And it's just one rotation in each position. So what you're doing right now is this, where you're going 1, 2, 3, shift, 1, 2, 3, switch, 1, 2, 3, switch. You want to get rid of the 2, 3, so that it's 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. I mean, if I were to give you a refinement as you're practicing it, remember that you're doing the waist high transition, so it's palm back the whole time. So here's where you're at right now. I'm gonna look at my hands and look at my wrists. You're doing this where you're good on the sweep back, but then you're like up here on this. So you're not going all the way up here, which is great, but you are, see, palm forward like that, as opposed to, now watch my wrist. See how my palm is back the whole time? Okay, once again, leveraging that dumbass drill that we hate so much. all of these hip reels are based on that same set of drills. Do its opposite. Okay, so the opposite version of that one is where you start here on this side, and again, same thing, sweep back, and then low return, instead of coming up and over in the Chasing the Sun. So low and low and low and low. So it's still the same left to right shift. You're literally doing the same body motion with the weight distribution. You just have to do the other direction with the poi, which all you do is just change the direction of the poi and everything should work out fine. We all know in theory and practice and in theory are the same thing, right? But in practice, that's a bunch of caca. Let's drill your right hand alone for a second. Let's remind ourselves of this guy. Low and tight. And we'll do 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now bring them both to the left side, starting in overhand, and remembering that momentum that you just had with the right hand, try and go side to side, front to back. Shifting the weight side to side while the poi are going front to back.